Darina says, I find myself feeling impatient. All right, so impatience. When you say feeling impatient, that tells me you want to get to something. So what's the thing that you want to get to? Take some time for yourself. Here we go, right? So there's a connection here. Take some time for yourself. Take up space for yourself. Spend the time to go in and find out. You have the answers. It's within you. Darina says, the faster I do it, the faster I'll know. That is like saying the best dancer is the one that gets to the other side of the room the quickest, or the orchestra that gets to the last note the fastest. Your ego's caught up in getting somewhere rather than being here and now. These somatic meditations are great for people who are looking for the finish line because there is no finish line. There is no point. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to understand. You're not trying to fix. The whole point is just to be in it. It's not to get to the end of the song. Because if you approach life like that, the faster you die, the better you'll be at life. Think about it, right? The faster you get to death, the better you are at living. You're just racing towards death. That rush to the finish line. I have a client I'm working with. One of the metaphors that he had, he calls it the gobbling energy. It was just this gobbling up, just next, grab, next thing. That feeling of getting to the next, check. There's a certain neurosis to it, right? It's this compulsion. What happens when you let go of the compulsion? Is there this really weird feeling that's left over, the sort of void of, what do I do now? That sort of feeling like, do I gotta, where, what? What if you don't know? See if you can let go of the need to know. What's it like if you can just surrender to, there's nothing to know. I'll never know. What comes up for you if you say, I'll never know? You'll find out what comes up, what emotionally comes up, what comes up in your body. So give yourself permission to take up that time. Give yourself permission to take up this space. Emily says, never correlated slowing down to taking up more space. Yep, exactly. You're taking up time, which is space. Imagine you having a conversation with somebody, taking you 10 seconds to say something or taking 2 seconds to say something. You're going to take that space up. Practice talking slow. Let the words come to you. Every time I start to stutter is when I get so excited and I have 1,000 things I want to get out. But when I stop and slow down, I let the words come through. I wait for the feeling to come up. It doesn't mean I have to go slow. Sometimes if I hit that pocket and I'm in that flow state, it's coming and it's coming out fast. And sometimes I go into a monologue and it's just really amazing. Other times the opposite happens and I'm just word vomiting a monologue and it feels completely different. So it's not the surface level, it's the energy underneath it of what's going to have a different effect on yourself and on the space and the people you're talking to. If you show up and you feel like you don't deserve to take up space with your words, with your time, you're going to have that anxiety. You're going to be transmitting that to the people around you. And then they're going to want to talk over you, or they're going to get agitated. We're going to project our insecurities out into the space. This starts going really deep. Your self-worth, your deservedness, stepping on other people, hurting other people, taking up space, time, boundaries, rescuing, all of these kind of things can start showing up from just this one little awareness. What happened in your life that you would feel such an extreme thing like being a burden to your friends and the people you love just by talking slower?